Today is day 2 of the Spellbinders Crafty Advent Calendar, and we're going to do some fun coloring. Hey everyone, it's Joy here, and welcome to my channel. Okay, let's crack open this Crafty Advent Calendar. Today is day 2, and I was so excited that it is a darling little stamp with some sentiments, and it's cute mushrooms. It's this cute little mushroom scene, so I was really actually quite excited about it. So we're going to do some coloring today. So in my MISTI, I have a piece of Kraft cardstock that I've already die cut from, oh my gosh, what is it called? Oh, the Cozy Foliage from Spellbinders. Oh no, that's wrong. I am lying about that. The Postage Stamps folder and die. So I used the arched die here to die cut out first. Then we're going to put it in our embossing folder. I am using scrapbook.com's luster brushes to color on this. I've not used them like this before. I've used their glitter brushes, their black and white luster brush, but I've not used them to color an image. And they have some new colors out, and I thought, and they sent me a bunch of them. I thought this would be really fun to color this. So here we have Wild Berry. And when I'm coloring, I do like to have a shaded area and a lighter area. So I only have one red color. So I'm going to bring in this brown hazelnut and add a little bit of that where I want a shadow, where I want it to be a little bit darker. And it really did work out nicely. Now I'm working on a glass mat, so I'm opening up these markers for the first time. So when you do, you're going to squeeze out some of the liquid to get down into your brush. And so that's what you're seeing me do on my work surface there. So then I'm going to come in with that hazelnut and do the little stalks of the mushroom. Is that what they're called? Stalks? Stems of the mushroom? Maybe it's a stem. And this one I got new. Open it up, give it a good shake. And then I'm going to squeeze this out. This is dark chocolate. Love the name. And I'm going to add a little bit of some darker underneath and a little bit of a shadow area. But if you want even simpler coloring, because this really is simple, just color it one color. You don't have to do all this. This is just me and how I like to color things, and so that's how I'm going to do that. There's greenery on here and flowers and little stones. And like I mentioned, this arched postage die comes with a coordinating embossing folder, and there's also a rectangle. And I'm going to run this through the embossing machine with the embossing folder when it's all done and dry. So I've got two different pinks here. I'm holding up the caps or facing the caps up so that way you can see what color I'm using, but I will have everything listed and linked for you guys below in the description. I love that this was a little stamp set. How perfect is it that fits in this advent calendar? I think this is just so much fun to have all these little guys in your stash, because you could make darling tags out of this. You can create I like at Valentine's Day, I like to make the little note cards. They're a lot smaller. Right now I can't remember the dimensions, but this would be perfect for that too. Really, really cute. So I am absolutely loving this image. I did have a little bit of too much of my ink came out, but I took a rag and just soaked up some of that, and the rest of it is going to be fine once it soaks into the paper. I am using turf green here. Then I have a little bit of pine that's darker. I'm going to go in on those bigger leaves with that. And then I think I also end up using grass green maybe. We'll see here in a minute. Yep. Grass green. How fun is that? And then just filling in some of those other leaves. And then I'm going to use a brown, the hazelnut, for the little stones that are at the base of the mushroom. Then I'm going to take that dark chocolate and splatter that all over the background. I just want to have a little something extra on it. And then I can put this aside to dry. Then from my stash, using Alabaster cardstock, this is from Spellbinders Club Kits. It's the 3D embossing folder from September 2023, and I'm using that, but you could use anything that you want. And this is going to be our backdrop to our cute little card here. Then I've also die cut some leaves from scrapbook.com's Cozy Foliage. And then I'm using the Hope Your Day is Magical sentiment from our cute little day 2 stamp set here from our Crafty Advent Calendar. And I'm just going to ink that up with some black ink, and then I can trim this out with my paper trimmer. And then we can put this whole card together. So let me just grab that and trim that out. And I like that it says Hope Your Day is Magical, and it has another sentiment in it too. It was like a thank you sentiment. I don't remember if it was just says thank you or if it said something else. I don't remember, but 2 sentiments and this cute little image. Now I'm going to put that in the coordinating embossing folder. I'm going to make sure that it's lined up, and then I can run this through my die cut machine and it will be embossed. The edges, the center will be raised up a little bit, which is totally perfect, but I thought it made more sense to color it first and then emboss it after. So let me pull that out, and then I can show you how cute that, look at that. Isn't that darling? And you can see how it's raised up in the center. I added some foam adhesive behind that, placed that right in the center of our A2 size card panel, and now I trimmed down the greenery pieces to where they're a little bit smaller, and I'm going to tuck them around the back and a little bit on the front, and I do trim off the excess off the sides on this card. I'm going to tuck those behind, and I used Fern Green from scrapbook.com. Nope, sorry, Spellbinders. And then I'm going to add a little bit of foam adhesive behind, and this is 1 millimeter, behind my sentiment, place that down here on the bottom. And then I thought, you know, so cute when you see a lot of these mushrooms, especially the red ones that have like white dots on them. Now I used pops of color. They don't stay perfectly white on the mushrooms, but they have a little bit. It kind of turns pink because it's going to soak up that color behind it. But I didn't mind it. You could also use a gel pen. Sometimes that soaks up too, like a white gel pen. And then I added white dots around on that little arch piece that has our image on it. But I still love how it looks, even though they didn't stay stark white. I don't hate it. You could find really tiny sequins or gems or white like that if you really need it to stay completely white. But let's finish that up, and this will be adhered to an A2 sized card base. And look at how fun that is. I love that little stamped image. What a fun little thing to find in this advent calendar for day 2. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video, and I'll be back with another one. Bye.